Hey everybody. Sorry I've been away for so long. Things have been pretty hectic around here, but I'm sure you all know how that goes. So, November is Epilepsy Awareness Month, and that's important to my family because someone in my family has epilepsy. And a little thing you might not realize is you probably can't tell which one of us has epilepsy just by looking. It's an invisible illness. But it causes a lot of symptoms that affect people in their daily lives. We'll talk more about that later on. Today, I want to tell you a few facts about epilepsy. So, these numbers are pretty astonishing to me, especially because there's not a lot of awareness about what to do if someone is having a seizure, and there's just not a lot of awareness, I think, as to how prevalent epilepsy is. But something that we have come up with in our house is the saying that anybody with a brain can have epilepsy, because it's true. If you have a brain, you can develop epilepsy. Here are some numbers that back that up. So worldwide, there are 65 million people with diagnosed epilepsy. 3.4 million people are in the United States. One of every 26 people in the United States will at some point in their lifetime develop epilepsy. And so some people have it in their childhood and they have childhood epilepsy, and sometimes they outgrow that. Actually, a number of children end up outgrowing their epilepsy, which is really exciting. And then you have some people that develop epilepsy as teenagers or as adults. And then some people have it their entire life. They develop it as a child, and it's something that they don't grow out of. But I think that's a pretty high number. 1 out of every 26 people in the U.S. will develop epilepsy. So take a moment and think about your school, your classroom, or your growing up, or the place where you work if you have a job. And think about how many people you work with. I know when I was a teacher in the upper grades, like upper elementary, so 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades, you get into middle school and you get into high school and college classes, almost every class has at least 26 kids. And a lot of them have more than that. So if you take that classroom, and you take a classroom of kids, and you say you have 26 kids in that classroom, one of them will develop epilepsy some point in their life and have epileptic seizures. That kind of makes it a little more, I think, for us to visualize, to see that, wow, one of those kids, one of those people I went to college with in that class, will develop epilepsy in their lifetime. There are 150,000 new cases of epilepsy diagnosed every year in the United States. And then when you take the numbers of people with epilepsy, so that's 65 million worldwide, 1/3 of them will have uncontrollable seizures. So the person in my family with epilepsy, it took a little while, and it's a work in progress. Their seizures are controlled with medication. And it took a while to find the right dosage. Sometimes things change and we have to change a medication, add a medication, do different things, because anti-seizure drugs are pretty strong medications. And so sometimes those have to change. But I have 2 friends. One was a kiddo that did end up outgrowing the epilepsy, and the other one is an adult who have uncontrollable seizures. And in some ways, it's something that you just have to learn how to handle it and what to do. So tomorrow I want to share with you the first aid of what to do and what not to do, the yeses and nos of treating a person who is having a seizure, because that is really, really important. And I will put a link to it too, so you can pull it up, you can print it off, you can keep it in your wallet or whatever. It's really important knowledge to have, especially when you think about the fact that 1 in 26 people in the United States will develop epilepsy at some point in their life. So if you think about going to the grocery store, how many people are often there with you? If there's at least 26, there's a chance that one of those people will develop epilepsy, and then there's a third of a chance that that person will have uncontrollable seizures. And you and your knowledge on how to treat that could be very important to them. And sometimes, just a reminder, our kids get it too. And where some cases we do know the cause, more often than not, they don't know why a person has developed epilepsy. So you could, at some point, have a child in your family that has epilepsy, and it could be your child. That information can be really, really important. So whether you're learning it because of a past experience or because of the present and the chances that it could happen around you and you want to help, or for the future chances, it's always important information to know. So that'll be on for tomorrow in our epilepsy awareness video. Thanks for joining me. I'm Mama G with Chronic Illness Mama, and I hope you have a wonderful Monday. Bye-bye.